Hey, this is Matt. Welcome back to Black Apex. We got another really cool video. This is going to be more of outdoor cardio, definitely lower body. So I'm going to get a good warm-up in. We're actually going to head outside for this one. We're doing sled pulls and different kind of variation of squat. So we're going to get out there and I'll kind of explain what's going on. So that's the setup we got going on. What this is going to be is it's going to be 4 to 10 rounds. I'm going to hopefully get to 10. We'll see. So it's going to be squat, and the squat is actually going to be a little bit different. It's going to be 4 reps from parallel to the ground, 4 reps from parallel to the top position, and then 4 complete reps. So, So from the bottom position, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then of course, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, the squat portion of this was actually inspired by a buddy of mine, so I'm giving it a try before he does. So the whole thing is actually going to be the squats. Then it's going to be a sled down and back to a destination that I've kind of mapped out already. It doesn't have to be really specific. And if you're wondering about the weight, I'm actually only using 45 pounds. And it's actually a sled that I built myself out of garbage, essentially. I'll kind of show that after the workout if you're interested in that. I'm also going to be looking into building another sled that I can do pushes with, and then I can load up with a lot more weight for sled pulls that aren't just sprint work. But anyway, let's get into this and see how the first set goes. I'm going to do the first round, let you guys know how much it sucks or if it doesn't, and then we'll just see how many rounds we can get. feel like all my food's coming up. All right, we're back inside. That was way more than I bargained for. I definitely shouldn't have eaten such a large meal beforehand. That's definitely one we're gonna have to revisit. But I ended up getting the 4 that I said we were gonna get. Didn't do any more after that because I didn't feel like puking today. So if you wanna give that a try, let me know how many rounds you get. And I really pushed it close. The weight, okay, I'm stuttering, but I didn't want to push myself too close to failure today like I normally do, just because I was outside, there's no one around, I didn't have any safety bars or anything like that, and I don't want to drop weight on myself and kill myself. So, didn't push it quite as hard as I would have normally, but that was just like a safety issue. So, as promised, I'm going to show you the sled real quick and kind of talk about the next one I want to make. Okay, so here is what I used for my sled. It is literally a piece of pre-made deck fencing or railing or whatever you want to call it. I got it out of a pile of garbage that was left when we moved into our house. And then I took these cut pieces of wood that I had cut off of stuff for a separate project and placed them on there to fit a 45-pound plate. And it fits in there perfectly like that. I used just like some standard rope here. Nothing real fancy with that. And then I do have an actual like sled belt here with the hook. You could literally use any belt. I've used even like your regular like pants belt before. I don't really recommend that because it cuts into you, especially if you use more weight. So like if you didn't have a belt or want to buy a belt, the best thing you could do would be able to use like your squat belt. A little wider belt's going to stop that from kind of cutting into you a little bit. But this is something I literally made out of trash. It works perfect, and I've never had a problem with it. Now, if you wanted to make a sled for like strength and stuff like that, I use this for speed work, for sprinting mostly. That's actually something I plan on doing here in the future. I'll go ahead and actually put a video up about that, about how I make it. I actually found, again, just look around for stuff. This next sled I'm going to build, I'm actually going to build out of a broken hurdle I got from a local high school. And I'll make sure I kind of show that and how I'm going to use it. But yeah, so that's my sled that I used in this video and that I use for any sled pulls that I normally do. With that said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up and catch you guys in the next one.